everybody, so exciting to review for you guys today. We're talking about the upcoming film, Sonic the Hedgehog. So Sonic the Hedgehog is the latest video game film adaptation. Generally, they don't have the best track record, unfortunately. On top of that, we got that really awful design originally for Sonic the Hedgehog in that first trailer, just nightmare fuel. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. But fortunately, they delayed the film a couple months, and they went back and actually redesigned the character, make him look more like the actual design that most people love of Sonic. And now here we are, in February. So this film centers around Sonic, who's discovered by a small-town police officer, and they both team up to defeat Dr. Robotnik, who wants to do experiments on Sonic. I'm really glad that they went back and did the redesign for Sonic because it works really well. The film does a really good job capturing the fun, witty personality that many fans of the character love, and credit has to go to Ben Schwartz, actually, for voicing the character. He was a solid choice in bringing the character to life, and he did a really great job at it. The action scenes I thought were really well done. They were actually very creative and inventive in the many different ways that they incorporated Sonic in the scenes. My favorite action scenes actually are the ones that, of course, involve Sonic going very fast. They're just the perfect balance of humor and fun. They're actually very reminiscent of the famous scenes from the X-Men franchise with Quicksilver and all that kind of stuff. So I'll just say that they're very reminiscent, maybe a little bit too reminiscent of those scenes, but I actually really enjoyed them, so I was okay with the homage to them. James Marsden is our human lead in the film, the sheriff, and he was decent enough. He didn't do anything that really wowed me, but he was serviceable enough in the role, you know, bouncing off of Sonic, making for some good fun moments and some good heartfelt moments as well. He did have one long-running gag that went on throughout the whole film that was pretty funny, because Sonic calls James Marsden's character Donut Lord because he always sees him talking to donuts, because James Marsden likes to give speeches, but he always practices on these donuts, and it's kind of humorous. It's not like laugh out loud funny, but it's funny enough as it keeps going on in the story. I do think they could have made the story of the film a little bit less formulaic and predictable. I mean, it's the kids' movie formula for the most part for the story. You know, they have this road trip angle that goes on for a while, and that's fun a little bit, but you can kind of see where it's going. Ironically, it did remind me a lot of the film Hop, actually, from a couple of years ago, which ironically also starred James Marsden and hanging out with his buddy that was a CGI animal. So I guess this is just kind of like James Marsden's thing. He really likes hanging out with CGI animals on their long adventures. But I did like that Sonic had some really good back and forth banter with Dr. Robotnik that kind of did feel like it was ripped right out of the video games. Jim Carrey as Robotnik was actually a really good casting choice. I think it was probably one of his best performances actually in a very long time. You can definitely tell he had fun with the role. There are some scenes where he absolutely just nails the character of Dr. Robotnik, but there are some times where I'm a little bit mixed because sometimes he goes a little bit off the track and he kind of just becomes like old school vintage Jim Carrey, and it kind of just took me out of it a little bit just because it just reminded me more of like Ace Ventura era Jim Carrey and not Dr. Robotnik. Not that I don't like that era of Jim Carrey, it just didn't feel like Dr. Robotnik to me. I am very excited, however, to see where his character goes and is explored more in a potential sequel down the road just because of where his character is by the end of the film. I really do have to commend them for actually going back, listening to the fans, and redoing all of the CGI for Sonic the Hedgehog, because the visual effects of the movie are actually very well done. I mean, they're really great, especially for a film with this kind of budget. It definitely looks very realistic as it can be for it being a big blue hedgehog, but it's a really great visually. I think that even if you're not a fan of the series, you're going to think that the visuals are very good, but I am very happy to see the more classic looking design of Sonic as opposed to what we got in that original trailer. Just for curiosity's sake, though, I do think it would be really cool of them to put on the Blu-ray the version with the original Sonic design, just because I'd be curious to see what that looks like. If we got, you know, just how much of that was actually done, I don't know, but I think it would be cool to just have as a bonus feature if you want to watch this movie, but with the original Sonic design. But yeah, overall, I think if you're a fan of the Sonic character, you're going to leave this film very satisfied. It does a really good job capturing the essence of the character in a very fun, condensed adventure. I have to say, the film is quite short. It's only an hour and 39 minutes, but make sure you stay for the credits, because there are 2 after-credit scenes that are amazing, especially if you're a longtime Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I honestly really hope that people do go out and support this film, especially since they did listen to fan backlash and redesign the character, delaying the film for months. But those are just my thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog. Make sure you leave a comment just down below. What did you think of the film when you check it out? Did you like it? Did you not like it? If you're a longtime Sonic fan, did you think it was very faithful to the source material of the video games? Not only that, but I am curious what your favorite video game film adaptation are, because we get a fair amount of them each year. Some of them turn out decent, some of them are actually pretty bad, but I'm sure everyone has a different answer just because I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Either way, make sure you comment in the section down below, because you know I like to talk about all things movies here. But thank you as always for checking out my reviews. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep updating my reviews, channel reactions, unboxings, and more. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.